What's good, YouTube? It's jazzlovesmma here, and we're breaking down UFC Apex Aljamain Sterling versus Yusuf Zalal, and it was a pretty awful fucking card. But let's break down the main event: Aljamain Sterling versus Yusuf Zalal. Aljo, man, crafting it up. I finally got that main event pick right. Ooh. Um, just kind of dominating the grappling. That's kind of what I expected, but his cardio looked a lot better. He was able to just dominate around four. Nearly, I thought he got a 10-8. I don't know the scorecards of this fight. But he looked dominant, looked really good. Zalal literally had nothing for him on the feet, and on the ground he just got dominated. Round three got a little tricky for him, where he was able to reverse, and it was just Aljo made a really dumb shot, and he got put in a gilly, and from there Zalal was able to reverse and control. But Aljo's ground and pound looked phenomenal. I wish he had this ground and pound in the Malzar fight. Yeah, Aljo made looked really good, and very good performance. I don't know who he fights next. I'd have to see how the rankings look, but just dominant. His striking's still so iffy, man. I hate the way he throws his hooks. I was just worried the entire time that he was just gonna get chinned, but we got the pick right. Aljamain Sterling decision. I didn't expect to be that dominant, but I kind of called it the way he won rounds. Not really. I didn't really call it out perfectly, but won early. Then he actually just dominated late. It looked like in round five Zalal was going to pick it up, but Aljamain found the takedown, um, and then he just dominated. Well, in the the last 2 minutes. So great win for Aljo. Probably not a title fight next, but maybe he fights like a winner of Yair versus John Silva if that fight actually happens. Norma Dumont versus Jocelyn Edwards. This was the co-main. So round one, Justin Edwards is putting on some hands on Norma Dumont. They're both missing low kicks from range. And Jocelyn Edwards, she lands a good combination, a little flurry. Norma Dumont gets a takedown. I think Jocelyn Edwards gets back up, and then they end up in a reversal. And Jocelyn Edwards goes for her own takedown. She ends up on bottom. She's landing some elbows off bottom to the ribs. And I guess the judge gave it to her. I gave it to her, but then after realizing, I was like, nah, Dumont kind of took it. She had a little bit more control, but based off damage, we'll talk about scoring damage in a minute. I gave it to Jocelyn Edwards. Round two, it felt like Norma Dumont was doing a little bit better, but I gave it to Jocelyn Edwards as well. Based off Jocelyn Edwards just having better moments, front kicking the body of Norma, low kicking. She was throwing combinations, and Norma Dumont would just be like, "You can't catch me. I'm just skiing on the outside of the cage." So yeah, it was her best round, but yeah, I still think Edwards took slightly. All these rounds were pretty close, except for round three where Edwards was just putting flurries on Norma Dumont, and that was pretty much the whole round. Norma Dumont just looking for counters and then getting hit with big combinations. I had a 29-20 Edwards rounds 2 and 3. I thought 30-27 could have happened, but I was genuinely surprised that they didn't rob her. I'm surprised it's not even a split, but they didn't rob Justin Edwards. We got the prediction right. A good underdog. 2 back-to-back underdogs, man. Let's go. I was like, this was a pick where I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna pick Justin Edwards because I know she has the skills to, but will she? I'm just gonna pick it to happen, and it happened. It's WMA. Let's go. Rafa Garcia versus Alexander Hernandez. All right, well, this is how to get the underdog here. Rafa Garcia just piecing up Alexander Hernandez for the first 2 rounds, and Hernandez just having nothing. He got good takedowns in round 1. I don't think he got any in round 2. And then round 3, a real scrappy. Alexander Hernandez knew he had to push, and yeah, it was a very fun round, back and forth. Rafa Garcia would get a takedown here and there, and yeah, Hernandez really disappointed me. His style just doesn't work for the Apex, the way he likes to be on the outside, literally find his right hand. It doesn't work when Rafa Garcia is walking you down to the smaller cage, and yeah. So Rafa Garcia looks pretty good. Cub Swanson's gym is looking undefeated 2026. And yeah, pretty happy with that. Not really. It was boring for the first 2 rounds. Round 3 was really fun. Very exciting. Very happy with that. And yeah, um, got that pick wrong. I don't know any of the bonuses yet. I literally am recording this a couple minutes after the event has ended. Davy Grant versus Adrian Luna Martinetti. Davy Grant on the little crafty performance, dude. He was piecing up Martinetti in round 1. Round 2 was a little bit closer, but he was still piecing up, chewing up the leg. Finds the right hand. Martinetti would like dip down and get caught from the knee. It was beautiful. And man, Davy Grant just looked really good. Just looked really good. Pieced up Martinetti. Over the first 2 rounds. Let's see the number. I think they gave him rounds. I don't know which round it was, but surely it wasn't round 1 or 2. Dude, he was fucking piecing up Martinetti. Round 2 was closer, but yeah, he was still by like 20 strikes. Then round 3 was a much closer round. Let me see. But he was still piecing him up. Like Martinetti was like getting in the pocket a little bit more. And was finding his shots, but yeah, he got one takedown, and David Grant like lazily fell back because it looked like he was getting tired. But David Grant just put a whooping on this dude, and yeah, showed he's still crafty there. Speaking of another crafty event, Howney Barcelos, the Young did it. My biggest worry for this prediction for this fight was Montel Jackson having the fast 1-2 and putting Barcelos down like Umar did. But Barcelos did it. He survived, craftied it up, held on to the single leg for dear life in that round, and survived. And then round 2, he's getting stunk early. I think Barcelos gets another, gets a takedown. Jackson gets back up. It's a little bit even on the feet. Also, Jackson just really has a 1-2 and a big knee. That's really it. This is his entire kind of skill set. And Barcelos was just putting hands on him a little bit. He finds the low kicks. Gets a takedown at the end of round 1 and 2. I don't know why I said and round 1. At the end of round 2. And nearly locks in a rear naked. He has it like one-armed. Actually, he almost got a rear naked at the end of round 1 too. The round was clearly Montel Jackson. Round 2 was a swing round. I scored it for Barcelos, but I was like, could it go to Jackson based off damage? I just think Barcelos kept it even on the feet, on numbers, and then got the takedown near the end and won it for himself. For round 3, Barcelos starts early, starts fast. Montel Jackson pretty much has no success. This was the clear round for Barcelos, and then he ends up keeps finding his takedowns. Jackson has some good sweeps, but overall, had a 2-1 Barcelos winning the last 2 rounds. But if you really want to be based off damage, Montel Jackson won round 2 with the him staying Barcelos and just a bad body language. But Barcelos was ranked. A lot of people reckon like this fight wasn't that close. They were like shocked that Montel Jackson got it. I feel it's like far closer than what some people were thinking. Marcus Buchecha versus Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann literally sent this dude flying across the cage. Round 1 was really goofy. Marcus Buchecha would like be in on the takedown, then flopped his back like he's like a fat blob, and he's not like an athletic heavyweight. And then Ryan Spann just finds the 1-2, sends him flying in round 2. Not much to say. Nothing really happened in this fight. Ryan Spann looked like he was gassing. Like he looked like he was gassed by the end of like half the first round. But decent performance. Slams out Marcus Buchecha and gets us another prediction right. How did I do in the main card? I went 1, 2, 2 and 1, 3 and 1, 4 and 1. I'm a 5 and 1 on the main card. Not too bad. Prelims: Rodolfo Vieira versus Eric McConaughey. Shit fight, man. A lot of these fights were really shit. The main card saved the card. Rodolfo Vieira knocks down McConaughey early, gets his takedowns, gets his bag a couple times. He gets pieced up on the feet too. But I give the round of Vieira round 2 and 3. McConaughey was just not 40 years old. and piecing Vera up. Vera has like all the skills to win, but he's very old, he's very stiff, and yeah. Vera loses the decision. Very pretty uneventful. Nothing really happened. What saved the card? I think this was what saved the card. Jackson McVeigh immediately gets in the clinch with Cedric DeMont. Finally kneeing him. The fucking ref. There isn't a low blow. Both these guys are literally telling the ref, no. And Tognoni's literally like, oh, let me step in. For no reason. Anyway, Jackson McVeigh, he disengages from the clinch and finds an uppercut, hits the temple of DeMont. He falls down, nearly gets the KO. Like with ground and pound. But DeMont gets put in a sub, taps. It looks like he kinda quit. It was really a big shot that McVeigh landed, but he taps out. Not much to say. He's gonna probably get arrested for the 15th time after this fight. Mayra Bueno Silva versus Michelle Montague. Montague kind of looked like shit, if I'm gonna be honest. She looked okay. Her striking is abysmal, but in round one she dominated Mayra Bueno Silva. Bueno Silva literally had nothing for her in round one. Dominant, nasty ground and pound lethal. He immediately took her down. And then when she couldn't get the takedowns in round two, it was getting really questionable. But she was still PC on Mayra Bueno Silva on the feet, landing the better shots. And her striking is abysmal, though. Like, she has like robot stiff, just no torque or nothing, just coming from straight arm punches, and it was really awful to see. Round three was pretty much the same. She gets a takedown later, lands on that same man. Wins the decision. Not much to say. Decent prospect. I don't know how she'll do in the future. Jafel Phil versus Cody Durden. How are you losing to Cody Durden on short notice? 1 week notice, Cody Durden in 2026. Jafel Phil just gets fucking wrestle mogged and pressure mogged overall 3, and then she has nothing for Durden. How? 3-0 sweep for Durden. Just out wrestles Jafel Phil. Phil has nothing on the feet for him when he gets pressure back. And yeah, goes from 17-10 to 18-10. Wow. Jafel Phil looks like he couldn't strike or grapple. He looked like the dude who took the fight on 1 week notice. How? How are you making whatever? Francis Marshall versus Lucas Brennan, another just uneventful fight. Marshall just takes on Lucas Brennan in round 1. Dominates. Round 2, he's landing a lot more damaging shots, rocks him on the feet for a good right hand, lands a big ground pound when he takes him down. And then round 3 was pretty much the same. Not much to talk about for these fights, man, but got the prediction right. Minus 500, wow, man. I got the prediction right. Victor Valenzuela versus Max Griffin. I'm gonna be honest, the beginning of this card was so. I was like, whatever. I was eating ice cream while watching these fights. Victor Valenzuela, I thought, won 3-0. Just lands the bigger shots. Not Max Griffin. Bad body language. He was literally like it looked like he was about to cry. And yeah, he's 40 years old. Victor Valenzuela looked pretty good though. Not an awful performance. He was getting busted up though. His face was like really red. He was bleeding at the end of the fight. And yeah, Max Griffin will get a takedown of Victor Valenzuela. Will get up, you land the harder shots. That's pretty much how I saw the fight going. Got the prediction right though. Talita Lenskar versus Julia Palostri. Julia Palostri, what the fuck are you doing, man? You're just sitting right. What are these Brazilians when they'll move out away with shot and then they go and they'll wave their arms? What are you doing? You're just pissing me off. Especially when you're my pick. Buchecha was doing that. For what reason do you have to do? And she literally can't stop takedown to save her life. No pressure. No like willingness to win. I thought she won 2-1. I thought she won round 1, edged it out. And round 3, I don't even know. Not even know how this fight was scored. Lands up, kicks in round 1. Just got taken down. What even happened in round 2, bro? What are even the stats of this fight? Okay, cool. Well, fight was so shit that not even not even the UFC has a stats for it. How did I do in the prelims? I know I did. I had like 3 losses, 1, 2-1, 2-2, 4-2. I'm at 4-3 on the prelims, I think. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4-4 on the prelims. 4-3 on the prelims. And I think I went 9-4 on the full card. It was a pretty awful card. I thought it was gonna be. It should have been better than a Winnipeg card, but it wasn't. Um, Let me know your guys' thoughts on this card. How do you guys do on predictions? I don't really have anything much to say. I'm hyped for the next weekend card. It starts at 4 a.m. for me. I cannot wait to wake up for that. And yeah, um, I don't know what's next for Aljo Sterling. Zalal maybe take a big step back. Maybe he fights Aaron Pico. I don't know what Zalal's ranked right now. Will he drop from this? Okay, cool. It doesn't show me. Yeah. Like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment on you guys how much you guys enjoyed this video or how much you guys enjoyed the card. And follow me on Twitter, jazzlovesmma, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.